Welcome to PMdistilled. In this video, we will discuss about estimation techniques. The first one is the expert judgment. That means an expert or a consultant with the required expertise can give us a number. That is expert judgment. Then we have analogous estimation. That means we have done a similar work package in the past, or we have done a similar activity in the past, and how much did it actually cost. So we can take that number and use it as an estimate for the current work package or the activity. That is analogous estimation, comparing with a past similar activity. Then we have parametric estimation. Let us say we have done a similar activity multiple times in the past. Then we have the luxury of taking an average of it or taking an index of it. We call it as parametric estimation. Parametric is always more accurate than analogous. And then we have 3-point estimate. That means for every work package, we come out with 3 estimate. That is, the first one is the optimistic, which is the most aggressive one, and then the pessimistic, which is the most liberal one, and then we have the most likely one. And once we have these 3 numbers for the same work package, we can arrive at a single point estimate using one of these formula. The formula number 1 is optimistic plus pessimistic plus most likely divided by 3. That means we take an average of optimistic, pessimistic, and the most likely. In another formula, the second formula, we converge the estimate into a single point estimate by using the formula optimistic plus 4 times most likely plus pessimistic divided by 6. I'll repeat again. Optimistic plus 4 times most likely plus pessimistic divided by 6. In this case, we are giving more weightage to the most likely value. Again, this optimistic and the pessimistic and the most likely, these things we can arrive at either by using analogous or parametric or expert judgment. And then we have Monte Carlo analysis. There are tools which uses the Monte Carlo algorithm and which can give us the estimate. That is the Monte Carlo estimate. Then we have independent estimates. Now we can always get a quotation from a vendor, and that will act as an independent estimate. Or we can ask a consultant to estimate it for us. That becomes an independent estimate, which can be used to validate other estimates. So we discussed about analogous estimation, which is based on comparison. We discussed about expert judgment, and then we discussed about parametric estimation, which is an average or an index. For example, cost per square feet, or cost per square meter, or cost per cubic meter, or cost per function point, or cost per story point, or cost per 1,000 lines of code, etc., etc. And then we also discussed about 3-point estimate. That is optimistic plus pessimistic plus most likely divided by 3, or optimistic plus 4 times most likely plus pessimistic divided by 6. We also discussed about expert judgment, We discussed about independent estimates, and we also discussed about Monte Carlo algorithm based tools which can give us an estimate. These estimation techniques, by and large, it holds good for cost estimation as well as duration estimation. So when we get into scheduling, when we have to arrive at the duration estimation, we use the same tools and techniques. That is analogous, parametric, 3-point, expert judgment, independent estimate. And when it is cost estimation, we have two more things. One is the top-down estimation. That means for the overall project, we come out with an estimate, and based on norms, we allocate that overall budget for the project into work packages, because there are benchmarks to do it. And then we have the bottom-up estimation. That means we estimate at a work package level and then we roll it up. That is bottom-up estimation. Thank you.